Elden Ring was my first and only Souls game I have ever played in my entire fucking life. It took me 80 hours and 31 minutes to beat the game, but every single minute was engaging, magical, rageful, but so fucking enjoyable. Every single second about that game was awesome. And I'm here to tell you why you should fucking get into this shit. Immediately, the game just sucks you in like a fucking deep throat artist. From leaving the Cave of Knowledge to traversing the lands of Limgrave to navigating Stormvile Castle, I was immediately hooked within my first fucking day. I was like, I need to go home and play Elden Ring. I had work the next morning. I went to work and all I was thinking about all day was, I want to go home and play Elden Ring. I want to go home and play Elden Ring. It's literally all I thought about. And no game has done that for me in such a long time. The last game to do that was Destiny 1. I was 12 years old playing that game. 13, 14 for, its lifespan. I'm 20 years old now. No game gave me that fucking sense of I need to play 24/7 since then. Elden Ring gave me that again, and it was fucking incredible. And it's the most rich game I have ever played. So much content, and there's not even DLC. Like, this is base game. Took me 80 hours to complete, and I missed so many things that I can go back and continue to do. There's so much replayability in this game that I'm probably going to dump another fucking 80 to 100 hours in this game before I'm officially done with it, probably. And it made me feel like a kid again. The sense of exploration and adventure and accomplishment that comes along with beating these bosses or discovering these new lands, finding a cool item, searching for a unique chest in a corner. It made me feel like a child. And it was the most engaging gaming experience I've been a part of in such a long time. And I never thought a game would get me in this adventurous child state again. But this fucking game made me feel like I loved games again. And it's weird to say, I just haven't loved a game this much in so long. So I'm grateful for what Elden Ring came out as. It came out as a fucking finished project. No bugs, one bug. Sorry, it's not Cyberfart. And this game is just so fucking nuts. The amount of creativity that went into this game from Software, they fucking crushed this game. It was their first open world game that they decided to do, and they didn't like fucking just make it a little boring open world game. No, there's literally something everywhere. It is nuts. There are over 80 something bosses in the game, named bosses, and 75 plus of them are all unique with their weapons, their attacks, their looks, their design, the way they try and fucking two-hit you every single time. They were all unique. So every fucking time, except for a few, I walked into a boss having no idea how to tackle it, how to dodge it, and it is the trial and error method of Souls games. But man, beating those things, first try, second try, third try, it is so fucking rewarding. I can't describe the excitement you get when you beat something in this game. It is David versus Goliath the entire time. And that's the best part of the game for me, is the bosses and the combat. It's those moments where I'm fighting the first boss, Margit, right? He's like fucking 20 minutes, and he's not even 20 minutes in the game. You can run right up to the motherfucker. But I'm fighting him, and my asshole is clenched the entire time. No air is coming in through my mouth, my nose, nothing from the ass, and it is just pure staring at my screen. And no joke, the fucking run that I killed Margit on was over a 3.5 minute run of the boss fight. I blinked in the first 15 seconds. I didn't blink for the next 3+ minutes. It is me staring at my screen to the health bar, flasks, dodge, roll. It was nuts. It was fucking, it was so cool. And the combat is, just like every other Souls game. It's your dodge, roll, shield, parry, this, that. But they had the summons as well. And, a lot of people were shitting on people using summons at the start of the game, saying it's fucking easy mode. And that's how I feel towards those people. Fuck you. It's my first Souls game. Of course I'm going to use everything that the game gives me. It's in the game. I'm going to use it. Eat my dick. And speaking of the summons, there was so fucking many of them. And along with that, the amount of unique weapons, the Ashes of War, all the armor pieces, all the fucking spells, incantations, the vast variety of the ways that you can play this game is fucking ridiculous. It's not like give you a Call of Duty gun, give you 30 attachments, put on your red dot, same extended barrel you put on in every game, extended mag, fast mags. No, it is the blasphemous sword and my Elden Lord armor. You can play literally any way you want. There's swords, shields, daggers, great swords, katanas, fucking bow and arrow. You can literally play the game exactly how you want. You make your own build. You can beat the game using fucking anything. And there's a hammer in the game that is literally a finger. It's just a fucking big thumb. And all you do is you go around and you go and you flick the enemies. That's the weapon, is you flick things. And you can beat the game with it because it's really strong. And, you know, it's not, you know, the big, massive claymore. It's a finger. And this game shouldn't cost $60. The amount of content I got out of a $60 game is usually 10 hours. Maybe 10 hours. You know, I can rifle through a game in 10 hours. But I got 80 hours out of this game. And I missed so much content. This game should cost $300. And there's so much that this game gives you. And I don't even know what the fuck they're going to decide to do with these DLCs. It's going to add like another 300,000 hours of content. But, you know, From Software nailed this fucking game perfectly. There was only one glitch I found in the entire game. They had a patch later on in the game, you know, within 2 weeks of the game coming out. People complaining about this and that, and I read some of the patch notes. I never experienced any of these glitches other than one of them where I'd hop on my horse and my horse, when it spawned, I get stuck midair and then just die. But it never happened to me in an important moment in the game. It never happened in a boss fight. It was just exploring the world, and I'd be like, all right, whatever. I'd run 20 more seconds to get my runes back and keep going. It happened twice. That's it. The most non-buggy game I've ever played, the most polished game on release date is Elden Ring. It's fucking incredible what they were able to put out. That's why they delayed the game so goddamn much, having us on the edge of our fucking seats the whole time, asking them when the fuck are they going to release it. And they did, and it was great. There's nothing to complain about. And on top of all that stuff, all the optional side quests and all these main characters that you can interact with, or you can literally not interact with at all. I did Rainey's quest line, and it led to fucking 2 or 3 awesome, incredible boss fights. One that I wasn't able to complete for almost like an hour and a half one night. Went to work the next morning, thought about how I can kill this scorpion literally all day. Get home, first tried it. That's Elden Ring. Like, it is, what's the word? Don't know. Hard. We'll go with hard. The best part of the game is the David Goliath fights. It's fighting these fucking demigods, gods, fucking great enemies. And I got my list right here. I'm just gonna, because I'm not gonna remember all their names because they all sound very similar. But fighting Radahn before the patch, fuck people that kill him after the patch, you're a bitch. So Radahn, the fire giant, Mog, Renala, shout out to Joe, you can't kill that bitch. Rykard, Malekith, Radagon, like, oh my, it just goes on. I'm just gonna skip the rest because but every fight was so damn hard, man. But when you beat it after 45 minutes to 3 hours of trial and error, it's like dropping 14 nuclears in one game in Black Ops. It doesn't even scale up to that. It is such an accomplishing feeling that makes you want to just keep going. You're like, oh my god, I killed the fucking Lord of Blood. And now you're like, where's the next thing? And then you get to it and it kills you in one hit and you're like, shit. But then you beat it. Where's the next thing? It's so engaging. And it's a sort of an unpopular opinion, but my favorite boss in the game was Godric the Grafted, the second boss in the game. I love his character design and his massive fucking axe that he uses, and his cutscenes are awesome. His dialogue is incredible. In the mid-fight cutscene where, spoiler, did you click off the video? Cuts off his fucking hand, and he rips a fucking dragon head off and uses it as a weapon. And when he yells, bear witness, that is my lock screen on my laptop and my computer. It is it's so cool. It's just something about the scale of this game. And you're fighting a dude with a massive axe, a whole shit ton of arms on his back, and he also has a dragon hand. So I had a sword and a shield. And I feel like everybody should play this game. It's not some people's fucking cup of tea. It's never been I've never played a Souls game. I'm a fucking shooter kid. I was really good at Fortnite, and I beat Elden Ring. I was horrible at the game, but you get better. It is all about that I can do it feeling. You know, it's all about telling yourself, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Trial and error, and you beat the game. It is the most rewarding thing in the world. So I think everybody should play it. We're going to throw this on the official OK Andre 2022 Wacky Bonanza video game tier list, guys. It's an S tier. There's nothing else more to say. Elden Ring is an S tier, and it's going to be game of the year, and I don't care what anyone else has to say. I don't care what the fuck else comes out. I don't care what else. It doesn't matter. It means nothing to me. That Hogwarts game looks like a shit version of Elden Ring to me now. I'll play it. Will it be as good as Elden Ring? No. Like you pushing me to the